In today's video, we're going to talk about the right path in your exit of your golf swing. This video is really important for all, but especially those who are suffering with blocks and hooks. Make sure you check it out. So those eagle-eye viewers out there might well have noticed a couple of chalk lines on the mat, and I just took that one nice and smooth, but I was working on my arc of the golf swing. I get too many golfers who are trying to keep the club swinging down the target line. They feel like they need to keep the club face pointing at the target longer. And the reality is it just won't happen. The club should be swinging from in to straight to in. So I've got here a white chalk line, which you may struggle to pick out the colours, but that's the straight line, that's my target. And I've roughly edged in here a blue chalk line on an arc shape. And it may not be this extreme, but it's just giving me that feeling that the club is travelling from in to straight to in again on an arc shape around my body. The club cannot and will not be swinging down my line, down the target line. Even in putting, we have some arc in our putting stroke. The longer the swing, the more it's going to arc. But when we're talking about full swings, there has to be. You cannot keep that club going down the target line for longer. We've got to allow it to work inwards. If you're struggling with blocks and hooks, the likelihood is your club is swinging too much down the target line. So you might be swinging on an okay line here, but you're continuing down the line, and we see this very high exit where the club's almost through your neckline on the way through. Where would we like it to appear on the finish position? Below the lead shoulder. So your lead shoulder, the one that's closest to the target. As you see the club come through, I'd love to see it below the shoulder, almost through the rib cage there. So I'll lower it in that exit position. That's what we're really going to be focusing on today. I even see sometimes this high finish from those who are swinging out to in slicing. So the player who comes this way, their club's going out. It should then come in across the golf ball, but they know if they come in and rotate, they're probably going to pull the ball. So for a right-handed player, pulling it straight left. So they start swinging out to in at this point, but then they almost try and correct and leave the face open. It tends to cause push slices. So a real disaster shot. High, starting right, going further right to target for right-handed golfer. And again, it's down to this poor exit position. So the idea with the chalk line here is just to get that feeling that the club moves on that inside arc on the way through. And I'd start with some small swings. I would just try and get that feeling of the club swinging from in to straight to in on a nice arc movement. Taking some speed out of it. And be aware of your start line when you're doing it. So I start that just a little left of target. I'd love you to start the ball on target. Now, on a driving range practice area, I'd put an alignment stick out in front of you representing your target line en route to your target line. Try and see if you can start the ball straight even though swinging on this arc shape. So let me try that one more time. Similar to the first, just pulling it a touch. Just pulling it a touch. And it might well be, when I look back and see it on camera, that I'm not getting the club from the in, so I'm actually getting the club just a little bit in front of me and then exiting left of target. I'm not happy with that. We're going to do one more. Really important, just break it down. Start with small moves. Okay, there we go. More of a little push draw there. Got the club from more in to straight to in rather than a little bit out to in across the golf ball. So just working on my arc, doing it a nice small swing, hitting it 100 yards with a 7-iron, but just working on that shape. In terms of a couple of drills I do, the chalk line's great. Just chuck a bit of chalk in the bag, take it to the driving range. It rubs off the mat so quick and easy, it's not a problem. But you could just use a pool noodle or a bit of pipe insulation and curve it. So I've bent this a little bit so it's got a bit of bend in it, a bit of curve. I'm allowing enough room that I can get to the golf ball, but I'm trying to get the sensation, again, the club is moving away from the arc. I don't want it swinging down the target line where it's going to catch this pool noodle on the way through. So we won't be able to pick up the ball flight here, as it's blocking my launch monitor. But my aim is, can I hit the ball and miss the pool noodle? I'm going to do it into a full swing. And really got that sense, I'm looking for the ball flight, really get that sensation that my exit point is really low. If you're working on this, the image I want you to have is of Tommy Fleetwood's finish position, how he works through the golf ball. It's something I need a lot more in my golf swing, and finishes with his arms very low, not up here high. So we're really getting that body dominated release where we're getting that club working low and inwards on the way through. Now, actually, it's a shame I didn't see the ball fly on that, because that one felt great. I just think putting some pipe lagging pool noodle down on the ground, fantastic idea. And I do get a lot of my players to do an exercise like this. I've just got here the swing plate. If you're off the grass, obviously the tour stick can just go into the turf. And what we're going to do, we're going to have it in front of us, so there's enough room for the ball, if it travelled on this straight white chalk line, just to miss the tour stick. So it should just miss on the right-hand side, but I'm trying to get my club to miss on the left-hand side. So again, I'm going to start small swings. So this cane needs to be close enough to me that I could hit it if it goes wrong, but there's enough room for the ball to miss right, my club to miss left, if my club swings on this arc shape. And again, be aware of start line. I don't want to see the ball and the club miss left because I'm swinging across the ball. I want to hit that little push draw, so I know the club is traveling from in to straight to in. So it's a fantastic exercise. I've got this quite tight. So I did it, although I caught it out the toe of the golf club. It wasn't an amazing strike, I won't lie to you. Can be quite off-putting if you've not done this before. But I hit a shot there that pretty much went down my target line. Started a little right, bent a little left. I got the ball starting right, the club missing to the left. So start with small swings and build it up. That was a better strike. That was a better strike. That was a more confident movement. Again, ball miss right, club miss left on that inside arc. Now, if I carry that on, again, we've got that low exit position that we're really looking for. It means we're starting to rotate our body. When our body stalls, what happens? We tend to flip, use a lot of hands and arms. And I'm not suggesting by any means that there isn't hands and arms in the release. There 100% is, but we still want the body to be rotating. We don't want the body to stall and shut down and the hands to take over and work too dominant or too independent. So working on this exit position, really important, as I said, for those who are blocking at slice, blocking at hooking it. They're probably swinging too much down their target line, but most of us are going to need this movement where we're dominating with our body in this release. We're starting to rotate harder. It is a big power source if we start to use it. It's not the only power source, but there's definitely speed to be created from rotating. And that's what we're trying to get with this exit position where the club is swinging in to straight to in. Give the exercises a go. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video. The comments are just below. Any videos you'd like me to film. While you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. And right now, YouTube is suggesting the next video of mine that's relevant for you, and it's just here. So click on it and check it out.